Hello, my gorgeous, gorgeous ones. Welcome to a new reading. This is Dr. V. If you are new to this channel, I want to give you a big warm welcome and tell you how happy I am that you have been guided here, because these are the two things that you are going to get from joining the incredible Live Tarot family. One is you're going to get divine guidance on this journey that you're on to unite, reunite, or even just to better connect with that special person that you love. And the second thing that you're going to get from joining this family is exactly that: inspiration, clarity, and a ton of support from a big loving family for you to step into your greatness on a daily basis, to expand your horizons, expand your energy, so that you can manifest not just love, but all of the other things that you so want and deserve in your life. So if all of that resonates with you, make sure that you hit that subscribe button and join this incredible global family, because you will not be sorry. We are a very fun bunch, as you'll see today, because today is Fun Friday reading day. Yay! I'm so excited. You know, I have been very sick for the past couple of days, just with like really bad allergies. I don't know why in Southern California the allergy season is long. I'm not sure, but I couldn't even open my eyes the other day, the last 2 days. I feel so bad. My private clients, you guys know who you are. You guys are so supportive. Thank you so much for, understanding. That's why we are getting back on track now, and we're going to do a really fun Friday reading. Yes, this is going to be shorter than my normal readings. We are not going to have affirmation of the day. We'll have that for our regular Sunday reading. But last time I did this, I got such great feedback from all you guys that you really enjoyed it, because look, we're all still under quarantine. We all deserve to have a good time, lighten the load, lighten the energy, right? So that's what we're going to do. So let's get right into it. I have pre-shuffled all of my decks as usual, as well as these decks that I always use, which I have created especially for all of you who are on this journey. So, Spirit, can you please tell us, what is the current energy of the connection between the divine masculine and the divine feminine? What is the current energy of their connection? Wow. What is going on with the divine masculine and the divine feminine together right now? Wow, look at this. We're getting spring and summer. Very interesting. What is going on in this amazing connection between the divine masculine and the divine feminine? So what I'm seeing here, guys, look at this. This rescue card is very similar to one of the cards that we got in our last reading, which was the same kind of energy coming from your masculine in terms of him wanting to be rescued at some level, as in he has come to the point where for some reason he has not been able to share what he's truly been going through. I feel that there has been a lot of secrets, maybe even some lies. Okay, I'm not gonna lie here to you guys. I think there's been some secrets and some lies going on with the divine masculine. I'm not saying it's anything earth-shattering, but there are certain things that I think, because of his own stubborn pride, his own masculine ego, has kept him from bringing some of these walls down, as in he wants to confide in you, feminine. But I think there has been some continuous fear in him that if he were to truly open up and let you know what he's actually dealing with, what he's actually going through, kind of at every level of his life. So I feel like it's personal, it's emotional, it's may even be professional and financial. there's something that he is not sharing there, or things that he has not been sharing, or he may even be kind of exaggerating or not telling the truth about, because he doesn't want to seem helpless. He doesn't want to seem weak in your eyes. And sometimes that's just a matter of that kind of foolish pride that we all have. Sometimes it's not even masculine or feminine. It's just how we are wired. Some of us are wired that way. It's like we want to be able to deal with whatever challenges we have, issues that we have on our own first before we ask for help. And oftentimes we don't even ask for help until we are truly drowning. And so now it's like, I think his time is coming where he is feeling very much in that, okay, you know what? It's time for me to come clean. It's a come clean energy. And I also feel because of this feminine, you have also held back because, you're very aware that this has to be a give and take of equal partners, right? There has to be a reciprocity here. And so I'm feeling, feminine, that there has definitely been, as he has held back, so have you. And so there are also things that you haven't shared because you're like, well, you know what? If he doesn't want to tell me what's going on with him fully, why should I tell him what's going on with me? So I feel like that's part of your connective energy for sure. There's a foundational element here where you both are hurting. You're both hurting and wanting each other's friendship. Look at this beautiful Six of Cups. You are both wanting this reunion of the minds, of the hearts, as in you are like dying to talk to each other in the same honest way you used to before you started hiding things, before you started stepping back because of some of these issues that have come up. And so I feel like there's definitely an element here of both of you wanting and seeking forgiveness, as in, hey, I know I have really dropped the ball here, as in, I let my ego, I let my pride get in the way of really opening up. I made things look better than they actually are, but I'm really in trouble here. I'm really struggling. So it's like you are both kind of seeking, like, okay, can we forgive each other for doing this? And can we finally open up the space for a real conversation? Because see, this is the thing. It's like this, to me, this earth magic from the fairies is really all about both of you coming into a much more grounded and lovely energy, because earth magic and the magic of the fairies really does represent our own connection to the land, our own connection to the earth, and how much we appreciate that we are beautiful creatures of this earth, that we are still able to take beautiful time out in Mother Nature that is going to bring us back to ourselves. So this is a very much of a grounding energy, which is really great because I feel that both of you, masculine and feminine, have been in your heads for a while now, kind of doing that he said, she said thing, well, he said this, so he must mean that, or he didn't say this, or she didn't say this, but she must mean that. And there's been a lot of this, analysis going on, a lot of this letting your mind kind of run away with you. And it's time for you to get back into being grounded, into getting back into really having a true conversation about what is myth and what is fact, right? What is just stuff that you've made up in your minds about each other versus what is the reality of what is really going on. And that really does start with forgiveness. And I love the fact that there is a true desire in the two of you to start over, to start this conversation in a new way with this Judgment card, right? Is there a rebirth that can happen in this connection, especially because of this Knight of Wands energy? It's like, I think both of you are still maturing into what it is that you truly want. What actions do you want to take? You are very passionate about each other. You are very, very connected in a very dynamic, almost fiery sort sort of way. It's like you bring out the best in each other, but sometimes you also bring out the worst in each other because of that deep level of passion. So now it's like you guys are really trying to redefine. And I feel like up till now, you've been doing it alone in your mind, kind of trying to redefine for yourselves. But now I feel like with this connective energy, it's going to be really important for you to find your solace, your rescue in each other. It's time to take the conversation out of your mind and into actual dialogue, real conversation between the two of you. And so I think that is why you are getting also this time marker that, you know what, do not waste any more time. You both want this. See, this spring card is both about, yes, time as in right now. You want to take advantage of not wasting any more time, but it is also about, you know, blooming. It's also wanting this new love to be renewed, to be refreshed, to be reborn, and to know, I think Spirit is saying, don't let too much time go by, because the longer you do, the more it's going to fester. So by summer, you want to start getting into this real dialogue, you know, start having real conversations so that you can come together in the Six of Cups energy. Ooh, I like that. I like that very much. So then, Spirit, can you please tell us, what would the masculine say to his feminine from his deepest heart and soul, if he could? What are his emotions right now? What is he going through emotionally that he would like to share? What is he going through emotionally? Oh, look at this. Such interesting, beautiful messages coming through here. No one ever loved me again the way you did. I never appreciated you until you were gone. Okay, so I know that many of you are in some form of separation. And I think people had asked what to give a definition, like what does that exactly mean? So separation just means that, you know, you maybe have been stepping back, both of you, from the connection. You may be talking, but maybe not as often as you want, because there may have been some obstacles or some misunderstandings. So there's a real big, variety of different types of experiences here under separation. So you could be together, but you feel like you're not connecting, right? So you don't even feel like the conversations you are having are leading to that deep kind of contentment, that emotional fulfillment. So you're seeking more clarity, more answers. That's a form of separation. It's more of an emotional separation. Many of you are physically separated because you are in different geographical regions, and so it makes it even more difficult for you to truly be honest and have these kind of conversations. Some of you are in partial separation, where it's like, you know, you feel like your masculine or your feminine is coming in and out, like you hear from them for a while and sometimes you don't hear from them. So there are a lot of different scenarios here. So that's why I always say this is a general reading, right? Take what works for you in terms of the messages and leave the rest. But every situation is unique. And if you'd like to have guidance on your special situation, then that's what a private reading would be for between the two of us. And if that resonates for you, the link to that is in the box below. So see, no one ever loved me again the way you did. So for those of you who are in some sort of separation, your masculine is definitely feeling the loss, feeling the absence, because see, my emotions are like a roller coaster right now. So definitely feeling the ups and downs in these emotions, feeling the loss of that connection, wanting to reconnect in that Six of Cups energy. No one loves me like you do. I miss looking into your eyes and into your soul. Isn't that beautiful? Just so, so beautiful. So definitely this again is for those of you who do have that, you know, geographical distance where it's really difficult to, you know, even be able to touch one another, right? To hug one another, to look into each other's eyes, you know, without just a video call doesn't feel the same looking into each other's eyes, right? But right now, that's all. If that's all you can have, then that's all, you know, what else can you do? You're trying to make the best of the situation in terms of where you're at. But just know that definitely there is a longing here. There is an absolute longing here between you. Wow. That's good. You know, it's good to have that confirmation, right? It's good to have that confirmation that somebody is longing for you as much as you are longing for them. So then, Spirit, can you please tell us what are the possible future energies of this connection just going into the weekend, next couple of days? What's going on in the connective energy here between the masculine and the feminine? What is going on in this connection just in the next couple of days? Very interesting. Yep. See? Be authentic to who you are. You are asked to be real and true pertaining to who you are and how you feel. Well, there you have it. Thank you, Spirit. See, this is an absolute confirmation that both of you have been holding back, right? You know, we've been feeling this energy from the masculine for a while, and I do feel that it's only natural that when the feminine feels this from the masculine, she is also, right? You are also going to hold back. Why should you share your heart, your soul, your secrets when you don't feel the same coming back from your masculine? So I feel like this is Spirit saying, look, it is time. It is time to be authentic. It's time to get real. It's time to be honest. Whatever that brutal honesty is, you need it. Don't be afraid that your brutal honesty with each other is going to ruin the relationship. If your relationship is weak to begin with, then yes, right? That is always a possibility. But at the same time, honesty is what can also make your relationship much more stronger, right? A relationship will die without it anyway, right? So it's time. So see, I feel like there's been a lot of stress over this, especially coming from the masculine, Nine of Swords. A lot of issues of self-esteem and self-worth. These are the reasons why people are full of secrets and lies about what they're going through, right? Because they are truly afraid that if they open up about what is really going on, the mistakes, especially when it comes, I feel like feeling this strongly from the masculine, I feel like he is afraid that the mistakes that he has made or the struggles that he's going through with and not being able to fix them or share them is really cutting into how he feels about himself. It's cutting into his self-confidence and his self-worth. But you know what? You cannot keep this bottled up forever. And this is the problem. So I feel like at some point he is going to have to break down and he's going to have to open up and say, look, I can't do this alone anymore. I need support. I need help. I'm so sorry that I have been hiding this, but you know what? You are my world. I think this is where it's like you have to understand what your true priorities are. You have to know that being the love of your life, right? The masculine, the feminine, you feminine being the love of his life, he needs to open up, right? That this is your world. You have to create your world together. It can't just be one-sided, right? That, you know, he has his world and you have your world. Where is the creation, the manifestation, that creative energy of creating that world together? That's the most important thing. So I feel like this is where you are now both coming to a crossroads. It's time to make the decision. Are you going to build this world together, or are you going to keep going building this world separately? So it's time. Three of Wands is the card of finally your ship is going to come in, as in the outcome that you want is finally here. It is time for you guys to make this decision. Are you going to build this world and this life together once and for all and commit to honesty, truth, opening up your heart, your mind, your soul, bearing it all in brutal truth together? Or are you going to choose to just move on? This is the crossroads. This is the big decision. Are you going to choose authenticity and togetherness? Or are you going to hold on to your ego and your own stress and your low self-esteem and just keep moving forward by yourself, which is a very sad and sorry state to be in. So I think this is really important, really big moment coming up here for you masculines and feminines. It's time. So let's get some advice from Spirit. Spirit, boy, there's a big decision coming through here. What is your advice for the masculine and feminine as they move forward. What is your advice? Oh my gosh, look at this courage. Divine courage is not the absence of fear, but a nudge that says, keep going, do it, don't worry, all will be well. You have to get quiet enough to hear it. Dear Divine, may I feel your courage and your will. Okay, so this is amazing. Thank you so much, Spirit. I feel like with this big decision coming up, this couldn't have come at a better time for you both to really believe in yourselves. You know, believe that you have the strength within you. You don't have to go through this alone, especially you masculine. You don't have to go through this alone. Whatever the struggles are that you're both going through, you can share them. You can create that world together, but you got to be brave. You got to have the courage to open up and be vulnerable, right? To let that guard down. And when you do, beautiful things absolutely can happen for you. So I hope that you got a lot out of that reading. I hope you have a wonderful Friday, and I'm of course going to see you guys on Sunday. But in the meantime, if you'd like to have a private reading with me, the link to that is in the box below, as well as the link to all of these oracle decks that I've created, especially for all of you who are on this journey to love. So you know how much I love you, you know how much I believe in you, and I'll see you all on the next video.